So, Alessandra, let's hear your story.
So it's Allasandra.
Alessandra.
Yeah.
What's your
All
last
right.
name, Alessandra?
Rhody. Okay, so this story is about a cat. I The thing that's noteworthy about the story of the cat is that basically through my experience of knowing this cat, I've come to understand that the cat is my little girl.
Really?
So, I don't know, can we start over?
Sure.
So long.
Stand by. Take two.
Okay, this is a story about a cat, and Allasandra Rhody. Okay, so a friend was moving town and she was looking for a home for a cat. And I did not want this cat because this cat is 13 and mostly blind and a responsibility. But she totally called my bluff. She said, I'm leaving town tomorrow, and if no one takes this cat, I'm taking it to the Humane Society.
Wow.
I'd lived with this cat previously. I knew it was a good cat, so I said, okay, I will foster the cat. So I take the cat, and then immediately upon her delivering the cat, I am upset at the condition of the cat. It's in terrible, terrible mats and poops, behind its tail. And instead of acknowledging, oh, this cat has been abandoned and I'm going to give it space, instead I went after it. Like, this cat isn't going to sit in my couch in this condition, and also upset with the woman who dropped him off. So I go after him, brushing out all his mats. I'm trying to cut them out, and in the process, I actually cut him.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then I realize I have a friend come over. He's got long fur. He just meows a little, and he's fine. He's just, chill about it. And I realize I can see bone through the area I've cut. It was just thin skin. So I take him to the vet, and I spend over $300 to have him stitched up and cleaned up, and I feel like some responsibility for him. Anyway, what's amazing is I realize it's so similar to how my mother treated me. And my personal life story of having two families, a stepmother and a mother, and my mother would... both my mothers had things with my hair, but it takes a lot of energy to care for hair. And through the process of caring for the cat, I realized how much energy... God, it's so hard to tell this story. It's so long.
You're doing good.
Okay, the point is, I found myself in a moment where I realized, oh my God, I am my mother. I behaved as my mother behaved with me, which was, I was upset at how he was not cared for, in the process not caring for him and being not completely present. And through hurting him, I woke up to the moment and, of course, took care of him. But it's just similar to painful memories of my own childhood of having hair brushed. So I found understanding in that way, and I realized at the same moment that I am my mother, I am also the cat. The cat is my little girl. And I find I have that experience over and over. Another time he was screaming at me. He meows very loudly and is demanding, screaming, because he wants a certain kind of food. And I give him really good food and still he's screaming. So I don't really want to encourage that negative behavior. And I think, oh, I'll just put him in another room and let him scream it out by himself and basically ignore him, which is actually my wounding of my mother not wanting to deal with my screaming and my tantrums and putting me in a room, locking me in a room. Again, the moment of I am my mother and this little cat is me. And then I tried to find a home for the cat because I was always only fostering him. Found a home for the cat, then felt terribly pained by it because he was a vulnerable creature, my responsibility. I was worried at his own suffering. And then I wanted to have him back. And the woman I gave him to was unresponsive and wouldn't give him back, so it would have been a fight. And that's my personal life story, where my mother gave me up and then changed her mind. And then there was a custody battle. So again, I found some more understanding and compassion for my mother. And again, had the moment of, I am my mother and also I am my little girl. So my struggle with this particular cat is like, he is lovable and I do love him, and I'm constantly in service to him, to his every need, and he's very demanding. But he's a beautiful creature. He just has needs, and it happens that I'm the one that fulfills them. The universe has just aligned it in this way, and I have this personal struggle to take the responsibility and love him, because it's work, and I would rather not have the work at the same time that I love him. And so I understand the quandary of my parents loving me and seeking to meet my needs, but being burdened by them at the same time and having their own life that they want to live. And so.
Good story. Wow. Thank you.